Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm an alcoholic and addict in recovery. Sometimes I get the question, do you ever miss drinking? Do you ever miss doing drugs? Do you ever miss just being able to do that stuff and not worry about it? And my answer is not just no, but hell no. Because the truth is, I was never able to do that stuff and not worry about it. There was always something to worry about. And I was reading some about this in This Naked Mind by Annie Grace today. She puts it really well. She says, and she's talking about once you've made the decision to stop drinking in this case, but once you made this decision to stop doing any kind of drugs, and you have stopped and you start to enter your life in recovery, she's talking about the kind of feelings that come up if you think about it in the right perspective. And she says, feel free to think about the fact that you no longer drink, but think of it in terms of I don't have to drink rather than I don't get to drink. It's true, you're free. You never have to experience another hangover, embarrassment, or headache related to drinking. Best of all, you won't experience the mental stress of wondering how much is too much or the black shadow that comes when you know you are drinking more than you should. You never have to drink again. No one will force you. You are again in control of your destiny. This is great news. And you can find yourself in situations all the time that reinforce this great news. Last night, I went out with my family to an event at the local botanical center. Really cool event, lots of bright lights, and it was kind of a light show type of event. And everywhere every now and then on the little trail we were on, there were stands where you could buy beer or wine or champagne. And you saw countless people walking around, drinking their beer, drinking their wine, drinking their champagne. And of course, whenever I see that, there's a thought in my head of, wouldn't this be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have a beer while you were here? And my answer is always no. It would be horrible. It would feel terrible, because anytime I was in a situation like that, I was never enjoying the beer that I had. I was always thinking about how I wish I could drink more than I was drinking, how I would be drinking more if my family wasn't with me, or how I would be drinking more if the drinks weren't so expensive. Even if I was there alone, I would rather be home because I could be drinking more, because I could afford it more. There were just all these things that mounted to create stress around drinking no matter what I was doing. And last night I was able to stand there, and so many times during this little adventure with my family, I was filled with gratitude, just thinking, man, I get to be here and actually be present in the moment and be grateful to be here and enjoy myself without any booze, without alcohol, without drugs. And I don't have to stand here in a position where I'm wanting more, because that's what I always used to be like. I always used to want more. I wanted more booze. I wanted more drugs. I always wished I was more drunk until I got too drunk. Then I wished I was less drunk. Or I always wanted to be higher until I got too high, and then I wanted to be less high. It was never enough, or it was always too much. And now I can get into these situations where everything is fine just as it is. In fact, it's better than fine. It's great. And that's where I'm at now. I'm happy not because I don't get to drink, but because I don't have to drink. It's a privilege to be freed of this desire. It's a privilege to be at a point in my life where I genuinely give thanks for not being someone who uses drugs or drinks. I am so grateful that they're not a part of my life. And that is a great place to be. I have to do a lot of work to maintain that mindset. And especially when life gets lifey, when things get stressful, I've got to really make sure I'm on point with my recovery work to keep on the path and make sure that I'm really in the place I need to be in terms of my gratitude, in terms of the way that in the perspective that I'm keeping on alcohol and drugs. But as long as I'm able to, then I can stay in this place where I'm thankful that I don't have to use them anymore. I'm thankful that I don't have to drink anymore. And I can just be with the people around me doing the things that we're doing and not wanting something more or less than what's happening. That's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Have a good one.